If you're looking to accelerate your personal growth and development and become a better human faster, mentoring has been an absolute game changer for me in my business and also in my personal life. And so I encourage you to watch this video so you can learn how mentoring and coaching can help you become a better human faster. So in this video, I'm first going to share with you why coaching is so valuable, and then I'm going to get into how it can help you. Specifically, how it can help you avoid pitfalls, see blind spots that you might not be even aware of, how coaching can bring more accountability to your life, to your work, to your business, how coaching can help you expand in areas that you've never expanded into before, how coaches can help to become a model for something that you want to create in your life, and finally, how having someone believe in you can fundamentally transform your relationship to yourself and to your dreams. In every single area of my life where I've wanted to see growth and accomplishment, I've gotten a mentor. And that has been a game changer for me in my business and my life. When I had a breakdown back in 2014. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll know more about that. But in essence, what happened was I didn't have a mentor at the time. I didn't have someone that was holding me accountable for what I wanted to create in my life. I didn't have someone who was pointing out my blind spots to me. I didn't have someone whose job it was to ensure that I made progress in my business and in my life. And so when I finally realized that I needed a mentor of my own, and not just one, multiple mentors, things started to unfold and change very quickly. So I'm going to share with you the different areas that you can see progress when you have a mentor and why it's important to have a coach or a mentor in different areas. Another area that a mentor can really help you is in avoiding pitfalls that you don't see coming. A lot of times people can see us from the outside looking in. They can see patterns of behavior. They can see when we're cruising for a bruising. And it's their job as a mentor to be honest with us and to share with us what they're really seeing in a way that a lot of times our friends and our family won't and don't. So having someone point out mistakes that can be avoided can save you time, it can save you money, and it can save you a whole lot of heartache too. Let me share with you a quick story about one time that a mentor helped me avoid a pitfall that I didn't see coming. So I had a business partnership at one point. I'm not going to dive deep into partnerships and why they can be so problematic, but in my case, my partner and I had different visions. We had a different idea of what this business needed to be. But luckily, early on in the partnership, my coach told me, Jody Johnson is her name, she told me, Michelle, you have to create a partnership agreement. Something on paper that details how the partnership is going to go and also what happens if it ends. Now, at the beginning of a partnership, just like at the beginning of a marriage, nobody wants to think about what happens if it comes to an end, right? That's like planning your divorce before you even get married. So I really resisted this advice from her, and I was a little bit resentful, quite honestly. But she insisted. She said, Michelle, trust me, I've been down this road before, I've had partnerships before, and most likely she could kind of see the differences that I had with this partner. And so we did it. We created a partnership agreement, and of course, maybe a year and a half later, I had the realization that I didn't want to be in the partnership anymore. And thank goodness Jody had me create that partnership agreement because it laid out on paper very easily exactly how we were going to dissolve that partnership. And I believe that that saved our friendship. Another way coaching can be really powerful is in holding you accountable. Now, I don't know about you, but I struggle sometimes with staying consistent and accountable with practices that I know are good for me and my business. And because of that, I actually have someone, a mentor, who I meet with every single week to go through my KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators, and they're basically different areas that I've identified as being impactful, and that when I do these things, they help create outcomes in the business. So for example, a KPI that I have is that I will post one email and blog every single week. Another KPI is that I will book at least one speaking engagement every week. So every week with my coach, I'm going through and looking at about 17 or 18 KPIs to see where I landed that week on that thing. And it helps me to track performance and also bring awareness and attention to the things that matter in my business and in my life. because I actually also have KFIs, which I call key fulfillment indicators. These are the things that I know make me feel good and bring more value to the business, but they're personal. So for example, I have a KFI around meditating every single day, and another KFI around doing yoga at least 2 times a week. Another thing that a mentor can help you do is to expand yourself. It's to stretch yourself into new realms that you might never have considered on your own. I have a mentor, a spiritual mentor, who actually does this for me and who's really stretched me into new practices that I never would have tried on my own, and actually that I actively resisted. And I'm so glad that she did that work with me, that she has helped push me into these new areas like meditation and yoga and things like that. So one of the great things about a coach can be that they show you new things that you never would have been exposed to on your own and that end up becoming part of your life's journey. By the way, if this is resonating with you and you want more information like this, subscribe to my channel so that you can get alerts every time I release a new video. Another way that a coach or a mentor can benefit you is by providing someone that you can model yourself after. So in my case, one of my mentors back in 2014 was someone who had had much success in building out a retreat and group coaching / mastermind model. His name was Jake. I met him in 2014. I participated in his retreat in September 2014, had a huge breakthrough in the retreat, and left thinking, I want to do this too. So I ended up enrolling in a program to work with him for the year, with the caveat that he would show me how to do what he'd already done. Within 14 months, I'd almost quadrupled my business, and I had a lot more freedom. I was able to even pack up my car and leave for a road trip around the whole country, because learning that business model liberated me from the time for money hamster wheel that I'd been on for over 7 years. So having a coach that you can model yourself after is something really good to look out for. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, a mentor is someone who believes in us. A good mentor is someone who believes in us. And sometimes we really need that. Sometimes when our own faith in ourselves is questioned and we're not sure and we don't feel confident, someone else that sees the best in us and whose job it is to help elevate us can show us and reflect back to us the best that we have and what we're capable of. So I firmly believe that this is possibly the most valuable thing a coach or a mentor can do, is to help you believe in yourself even more. If you're looking for a coach or a mentor about how you can become a more effective coach or mentor, then let's talk. Go ahead and book a call on my calendar at superstaractivator.com/go, or click on the link below and let's connect. And we'll see if and how I might be able to help you grow your coaching practice.